Ladies and gentlemen, we achieve the biggest reduction in CO2 emissions by fully utilizing the potential of our combustion engines. Let me just give you two examples of this that show you how our engines will become even more efficient in future. Number one, we will equip TDI engines as standard with an electrically driven compressor. The German acronym is EAV. The Audi RS5 TDI concept car was the first high-performance car in which we showed this development in 2014. So we're not just talking about fuel consumption and emissions, but we're also talking about driving pleasure, fun to drive. And up to 7 grams CO2 per kilometer CO2 reduction was achieved, and at the same time we significantly increased the performance. Example number two, the predictive efficiency assistant is in use in the new Audi Q7 for the first time. It combines data from the navigation system and surround sensors scanning the surroundings to let the car drive in an anticipatory manner. In test drives, this reduced fuel consumption by about 10%. The market-specific CO2 limits can also be met by optimizing the total vehicle, for instance, by using a lightweight construction that integrates all systems, like in the new Audi Q7. Plug-in hybrids, natural gas and battery electric drive systems have a key role to play in achieving CO2 targets. The Audi A3 e-tron as a plug-in hybrid and the Audi A3 g-tron powered by natural gas were successfully launched in the market in 2014. Both of them already have successors, the electrified Audi Q7 and the future Audi A4 g-tron, based on the second generation of the modular longitudinal platform, and also further cars that will be based upon this technology. We plan to have a plug-in hybrid in every model series in coming years. In 2014, we announced that we will produce our sportiest ambassador for electric mobility, the Audi R8 e-tron, to customer order in a tailor-made manufacturing process. The time has come now. Its range is a good 450 kilometers in the fuel consumption cycle. With its efficient drivetrain, the Audi R8 e-tron offers competitive and customer-focused long-range electric mobility. We have redesigned the battery's technology from the ground up, and thus we achieved a new level of performance and energy density. Its liquid-cooled lithium-ion battery has a capacity of more than 90 kilowatt-hours, and it is integrated into the aluminum space frame structure of the car. We manufacture this highly complex battery at the Audi Center of Excellence for Battery Technology in the Ingolstadt area, which is a great proof of our engineering power at Audi. In addition, the Audi R8 e-tron continues to be our technology carrier for future electric cars. In early 2018, we will launch a battery-powered sports activity vehicle in the large premium segment with a range of more than 500 kilometers. And the R8 is also used as the basis for this. So this is the vehicle that we use to train our team. It will have a new, very attractive design, which we are developing especially for the e-tron range and for battery electric vehicles. This model will be built on the basis of the modular longitudinal platform in its second generation, a concept which we have designed right from the beginning for optimal combination with different drivetrains. As an alternative to battery electric vehicles and a glimpse of the future of the automobile, in November 2014, we also presented our concept for fuel cell technologies. And this is also technology that can be accommodated in our modular system. In a car with fuel cell technology, electrical energy is produced on board using hydrogen technology, and with our technology carrier, the e-tron Quattro, we demonstrated successfully that with this technology as well, we have reached a level which is ready for series production. 4 weeks ago, from the Canadian specialist company for environmental energies, Ballard Systems, we acquired a range of strategically important patents, and with this, our broad portfolio will be strengthened, and we have a good basis for further developments in this sector. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to close with a couple of personal remarks. When I returned to Audi in 2013, I committed myself to change, and I said that together with the technical development team, we wanted to focus even more on providing further innovations in a more consistent manner with Vorsprung durch Technik, and also to put a lot of emphasis on a new impetus for design. Today we can say we are doing the right things, and we are doing them with enthusiasm. We fuse technology and design in a fundamentally new design language. We are leading with pioneering technologies for high-tech combustion engines and alternative drive systems for lightweight construction, lighting, driver assistance, connectivity and data management, as well as piloted driving. This way, we are shaping the future of the automobile with convincing products. We are offering our customers a sporty, connected, comfortable and efficient premium driving experience. We invest extensively in our global development network. We strengthen our team with additional experts, and we systematically apply the modular strategy. Furthermore, we benefit from synergies within the group, across the brands in the group. All this, ladies and gentlemen, contributes to the positive results and success achieved by the technical development. And Audi, Vorsprung durch Technik, applies more than ever. You may expect a lot from us now and in the future. Thank you for your kind attention.
Well, thank you very much to Axel Strothbeck and Ulrich Hackenberg. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may now summarize the previous speeches, you will find that in 2014, we've been able to further enhance the brand through the technical innovations. We brought products to the market that are coveted worldwide. We managed to surpass our targets for unit sales, and our success has been converted into a very solid earnings, which is, I'd say, starting capital for further growth. Going forward, I see 4 themes as being game changers. First of all, I'd like to look at internationalization. Of course, the question is, what are the success factors of such a global presence? The second issue is digitalization. And here, the question is, what's the maximum added value that a customer gains from a connected world through his car? Then, sustainability. Which formula do we use to solve one of the biggest challenges facing our societies? And last but not least, shifting values. What does premium mean in the world of tomorrow? But let's start with the first question. No matter in what kind of industry we work, there's one thing that we're all aware of. The world is getting smaller. Now that means, at first, there's more knowledge, there's more growth at a higher pace, but there's also more competition. And at the same time, these interdependencies also means there's a host of new variables for the world economy and the way it works. This includes international political crises and also constant economic fluctuations and various currency risks. Now, as a result, you will find, regrettably, less security, less planability, and, generally speaking, less independence. So, if you want to stay in the game as a global player, you must take account of as many variables as possible. And yet, any business always is, of course, a kind of a bet on the future. Which developments is our industry facing this very year? Well, from trade and industry in the Eurozone, we feel and see there are slight positive signals coming out. The weak euro is actually benefiting the export industry. It's a bit of backwind. However, the situation in Ukraine remains critical, and we simply can only hope that the ceasefire agreed in Minsk will hold and the conflict is solved on a political level. So, on a global scale, China will remain growth driver also in 2015, even if the growth rate has slightly decreased and they've moved into what I would call the new normal. In the United States, the industry at the start of this year surprisingly lost some of its momentum, and yet we still expect that with 3%, this is a very solid growth. And what about the global commodities and raw material market? Well, the recent fall in the price of crude oil means petrol and gasoline is at the moment inexpensive, but over the short term, it actually reduces pressure on the car manufacturers and car drivers to switch to alternative drive systems. So, accelerating, this changeover is and remains a shared task for the politicians and the automotive industry, because we need both. We need desirable products from the car industry, But we need matching, plannable conditions coming from the world of politics, because only this way will we create significant benefits and buying incentives for our customers. Now, you will also find that, of course, the situation and discussions about Greece and the euro exit of Greece are rather explosive. It's a debate where we find displeasure about austerity on the one hand and disappointment about threatened credit defaults are, so to say, confronting each other. Then we are seeing elections to national parliaments in the UK and in Spain. And the European question is for many opponents of Europe welcome election material. And some of their rhetoric seems to almost let us forget what made Europe so strong, namely our very unity. It is a political unity that has brought us peace for decades, and it has brought us an economic unity that provides and secures our prosperity. As regards free trade, I think we can only learn from the fathers of the European Union, because they knew exactly how strong the appeal was to have such a common economic area. On the global political stage, this idea of free trade is, thank God, gaining new impetus with negotiations on the comprehensive transatlantic trade agreement, TTIP. At the end of January, me and my colleagues on the German automotive industry came out publicly in favor of TTIP, because we want the 800 million people on both sides of the Atlantic to benefit from it. Brussels and Washington should nonetheless take serious the consumer concerns, and they should make negotiations a lot more transparent. TTIP is nonetheless the unique opportunity for tariff-free trade between the United States and the European Union. It is an opportunity to dismantle other serious trade barriers, and it is an opportunity for uniform standards, because different, diverging standards only cost us time and money. So, ladies and gentlemen, on our global growth track, 2015 once again sees us pursuing ambitious targets. With a plus of 7.4% per February, I think we've made a good start to the first quarter. And in this very first quarter, our plants in Ingolstadt and Neckarsulm will work 19 special shifts, which means this allows us once again to meet the very strong demand. Now, with this ambition, we're also looking ahead to the full fiscal year. And we are geared up and targeting a new record year. And we will continue to grow in 2015. We will outperform the world market, and we will see, hopefully, a plus in all world regions. And what nobody would have expected 5 years ago, the next strategic milestone of 2 million deliveries will be one that we likely to achieve before 2020. And if someone's going to ask me, what is so vital for the success in the global competition? I'll tell you, there's 3 things. First, wherever our customer comes into contact with our brand, our promise holds true, we are unique, and we provide outstanding product quality. That is exactly what appeals to people and makes them what we call the Audi fans. Secondly, as a globally positioned company, we can meet differing regional customer demands and expectations. And thirdly, we at Audi, we utilize the diversity of our employees and workforce in our worldwide knowledge network. That means we utilize our trend scouts in San Francisco, to the headquarters in Ingolstadt and Neckarsulm, all the way through to our R&D center in Beijing in China. So the know-how, the expertise of our employees is the key to meet premium also in the future. This holds true for our new plant in San Jose Chapa in Mexico. It doesn't only start with the start of production in 2016. No, from these very pictures here, you can actually see how far construction has developed. We are on schedule so that by 2016, the Audi Q5 will drive off the assembly line in Mexico. That means Audi will be the first premium brand that is producing in Mexico. There's many local suppliers who will then, for the very first time, have a customer with the expectations like ours that they will supply to. And to make sure that we can purchase premium quality from them, we will be qualifying well over 160 suppliers by the start of production to meet our quality standards. So we've already opened our local training center for the employees of Audi Mexico. In our patron plant in Ingolstadt and in Neckarsulm, there are about 600 Mexican colleagues from various trades and specialities learning from the German colleagues. The basis for this is our Audi production system. It is one that has binding standards worldwide. Now, a global network, whether it's in development, in the procurement, or production or sales of cars, lives from and by the creativity of its workforce and its partners. So you will find there's people from almost 100 nations that work for our brand, and that is a diversity that truly enriches us. And it is a diversity that we, as a German company, actually are dependent on. And it's a diversity that Germany is dependent on. And as the guy at the helm of this international company, I am firmly convinced that Germany has the potential to continue to be the leading location for industry in the future. But to this end, we need smart brains from all over the world. Smart brains and people from various industries. I think you saw that yesterday on the eve yourself. Those coming from robotics, electronics, IT, just to name but a few. It is because our competence profile is changing. And this brings me to the second challenge facing our industry, namely digitalization. We can feel that the virtual and the real world are merging. Now, for us as a premium brand, this means for our customers, we create added value in both worlds. We bring down complexity, we optimize our services, and we create a unique world of experience, both real and digital. Now, the best example for this is, I think, our Audi City. In our digital showroom, our customers can experience the diversity of the entire model range on a Powerball. And, well, they can do so in the middle of such metropolitan areas like London, Beijing or Berlin. And we're bringing these digital elements also to our dealerships. The latest highlight here is the Audi virtual reality experience. It's a new development project that we're also testing out there in retailing. With these glasses, our customers can configure their Audi and also get to know their Audi digitally. And in the next few years, we will experience that an Audi is becoming more and more a digital interface between the customer and his brand. So the possibility to be always on extends the possibility for experiences to be made in the car and far beyond the bodywork. In future, from the car's cockpit, you will be able to manage your life and your work. We say the car actually gets bigger than the car. And I'm sure the car will go beyond the car. While you manage your world, your car will be driving itself. That is our vision, also for piloted driving. And it's a vision that will already become a reality the year after next, in 2017. So our mission is we create added value for our customers in a digitally connected automobile. Now, in particular, when, for example, the focus isn't so much on driving pleasure, for example, in a traffic jam. Here and then, customers can use this time productively while his Audi will take him safely to his destination. This means we give him extra time and extra quality of life. We will have the German transport minister visiting us shortly, and he actually wants to experience the piloted driving in an Audi. And the minister, by the name of Alexander Dorban, has already declared the A9 motorway as a test highway for connected and automated driving. And we're important. This is an important step so that this key technology coming from Germany will create a leading market here domestically in Germany and is successful here at first. Because the next step will be to create the required legal framework for which we need political support. Because with that, we will be strengthening in Germany as a high-tech location over the long term. But it's not just the product, but it's also the production itself, where we use the possibilities of connectivity. And our vision is the intelligent, the smart factory. In this factory, we're digitally connecting all the processes. Robots will assist our employees in production, and they will work with them hand in glove. In our logistics, for example, here at the Ingolstadt plant, we are already trying out, as the first industrial company, driverless transport robots. They move our cars fully automatically, temporarily park them, and then sort them and place them into position for loading onto trains. With all this, the human being still is the center of all things. So we support our employees with physically strenuous work and thereby improve their economics in their workplaces. And our customer benefits from an even greater flexibility and thus with extra options for his car of choice. Now, at the same time, the intelligent smart factory allows us a high degree of resource efficiency. And with this, I'm coming to my next topic, sustainability. Because it's our ambition to take this right down to the smallest detail. And we are fighting for every liter of water and every kilowatt of electricity that we don't have to consume in our production. We're fighting for every gram in lightweight construction and for every drop of fuel in our engines that we do not have to consume. For example, take our race cars in Le Mans. Here we can see how we implement this principle in practice. Over the last 8 years, we've actually halved the number of cylinders in our diesel racing engines and cut displacement of the engines by a third. While at the same time, we've actually managed to increase performance by 72%, while cutting fuel consumption by 38%. Now, our guarantee for success is efficiency. We are getting more output from less input, and that's Audi's Ultra formula, our creed for sustainable success. This is indeed our most important race, because it's all about how we take on responsibility and keep our planet a place worth living for future generations. So, we are committed to putting sustainability into practice throughout the entire company. And it is not the sophisticated, but it's the clever, the smart and simple solution that we are looking and searching for day by day with our workforce. So it's not complex structures, but lean processes that distinguish us here at Audi. And therefore, well, I'd say we are always continuously questioning established ways of doing. So, success and sustainability are, of course, mutually interdependent. A company that's not successful cannot invest into sustainability. And a company that does not invest significantly in sustainability will not remain successful over the long term. So, we apply the Audi Ultra success formula also on the road, where Ultra has become our label for the most efficient combustion engine version of each model series. So, the Ultra models really mark a step along the way into the CO2 neutral mobility. It's a target where each one of our drivetrain concepts is making its contribution. Whether it's high-tech combustion engines like TFSI or TDIs, whether it's plug-in hybrids or pure electric cars, both of them called e-tron at Audi, or whether it's fuel cell powertrains or gas-driven powertrains. So, this brings me to my last and fourth question, namely, what does premium mean in the world of tomorrow? Well, for us, premium means that we make the extraordinary possible. Quality, exclusivity, and individuality, all of that will continue to remain in future. But the premium of tomorrow, I think, is a little more, because many of our customers want to see more quality of life. And here, the car is not so much a car as a status symbol anymore, but the car is one with which you make a statement. And an Audi is a statement for avant-garde, for inspiration and the courage to go for the tomorrow. And I think our new design language expresses just that. And that's what our customers want, because, not for nothing, design remains the reason number one for our customers to buy an Audi. And at Audi, the content keeps the promise of its packaging. We are producing fascinating products on a portfolio of innovation that anticipates the customer's requirements and wishes. So, the next stage of our model initiative has been started. After the Audi TT, you will see the Audi Q7, R8 and A4 coming into our dealers' new showrooms. The new Q7 and the Q7 e-tron has already been showcased at the latest motor shows. And Audi is currently the world's leading premium SUV brand. It is a success story that we will continue. The Audi Q1 will be our new entry-level SUV model and will round out our portfolio at the bottom end as of 2016. In the large luxury segment, we will make an impact with a sporty Q derivative, and a purely electric sport activity vehicle on serial car production volume is part of our plan for this decade. So, in the coming 5 years, we will expand our product range from the present 52 to 60 models. The claim to uniqueness then will be found in every single one of our products in the entire Audi Group. Ducati, for example, sets a benchmark with its 1299 Panigale, where it's making a new benchmark for the high-performance sports bikes. And another highlight from Bologna is the Scrambler. It's the premium entry-level machine with cult status for the young bike fans. And this year, these are coming to the market. Then there's Lamborghini, that's really catching the headlines with the Huracan. In Geneva, the Aventador Superveloce was making its debut, and yet another high-class automobile from Sant'Agata. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is, well, in its core strands, our master plan for the future as we move forward to 2020, which means we are driving our course of internationalization full force, and we're turning the car into a digital experience space, and we're anchoring sustainability deep into our company and deep into our processes across the entire value chain. And then we will be defining the premium car in our way, and we will be defining it anew, just the way you've been used to from Audi. Thank you very much.